The official scoreboard still reads Kirby Smart 2, Alabama 7. But let's talk about those two, because one of them is a national championship and one of them is an SEC championship, specifically 28-7. After 9 straight wins in SEC championship games. I'm going to say that one more time. Alabama has not lost in the SEC championship game since 2008. And now it has happened as Georgia races out to a 14-0 halftime lead. They led 21-0. At one point in this game, I suggested that maybe Kirby Smart was doing a tribute to the Alabama LSU rematch, because at one point in this game, there were 3 Alabama offensive snaps in Georgia territory, and one was an interception. Alabama, because they have a very good quarterback, very gifted skill players, and great offensive coaches, they eventually were able to get something going. They eventually did get on the scoreboard and had a few more snaps in Georgia territory, but don't get it twisted. This was dogs on top all day long. Bud, what'd you see from this? Kalen DeBoer in the postgame press conference is blaming injuries, and while I agree with you, not having Jam Miller was, something that we should point out, given some of the missed blocking assignments the young running backs had, the inability of having somebody to maybe get some of those hard yards. But man, this thing felt like it didn't matter who you had at running back. This was a dominant performance from Georgia's defense.
Yeah, I thought Georgia's defense, they made Simpson look kind of like Florida State made him look. I'm not trying to give the Knowles love here. I'm just saying the first game of the season,
hell of a time to do it, Bud. I actually respect
right.
that.
If
we're gonna let's give a shout out to Florida State here on December 7th.
Of course, right. They're not playing on championship weekend, obviously, for a long time. So, it's ACC, so who knows?
Who knows? I mean, Duke just beat Virginia to win the ACC. So,
yeah, right. I mean, I thought they made Simpson pat the ball really well. He was not seeing it real well. When he did see it, he was a half count late out there. I thought Georgia did a nice job of playing a real great variety of coverages. Saban on game day was they need to just man them up. And Kirby Smart's no, actually we're going to throw a lot of different concepts here. And unless you can run the ball on us, we're going to continue to play a lot of different defensive coverages in the back end. We're going to blitz from different places without a lot of fear of Bama's run game. And ultimately, just Simpson was just late on a lot of stuff. It wasn't horribly inaccurate. It was just, hey, half count late. If you're half count late against a team with really good athletes on defense like Georgia, you're going to be in trouble. But I think a lot of that does come back to what Chip said. Without the run game, you can play those kind of defense. So you can play defense like that. And I think it's an important data point to take home for Georgia, because they've really played a couple offenses in a row that are not very good leading down the stretch, right? I mean, Georgia Tech's a decent offense, but they're not they've had some stinkers and they've had some really good ones. Mississippi State, not really. Texas, nothing special on offense this year. Really good defense. Florida, obviously not, right? So, Bama's offense is pretty good typically, and they came out there, they totally shut them down. A couple times I thought Bama had them dead to rights, and then somebody made a great individual play up front for Georgia. If you look at the one time, they sack Simpson. They're going towards the north end zone there, so it's second quarter. Bama picked up the blitz. Proctor just got absolutely worked by the defensive end, who is not really part of the blitz. He's the rusher on the opposite side. And Georgia busted it on the back end. You can see it if you're watching the sky cam view. He's got it. It's oh no, he doesn't. Boom, right? Just completely in his lap, and he had to move off his spot. Couldn't get the ball to him. So I thought Georgia just played with tremendous effort. How many yards after the catch did Bama have?
Well, I mean, all of the Ryan Williams. I was going to say all of the Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard stuff felt like it was yak.
They tackled super well. They kept leverage on the football. It was just a chef's kiss defensive game from Georgia. Tremendous job. Offensively, I mean, nothing special really, but you started with the ball pretty deep in Bama territory a couple times. So once you got that lead, unless Bama was going to prove, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, buddy, it was a Kirby Smart.
They were sitting on it, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Kirby Smart field position ass special. I mean, he was like, I'll tell you what we're about to do. I just gained 25 yards by punting twice and shutting your ass down.
Right.
You know, like, I was loving it. I mean, it's in this modern era, we just don't get it as much. You know, he absolutely did so, because Brett Thorson, legitimately an All-American caliber punter, they would get one first down, then force a 3 and out. And they would get one first down, then force a 3 and out. And then all of a sudden you're starting with the ball, to your point, Bud, at the 50-yard line. And guess what? Getting into scoring position is a lot easier that way.
Did Stockton complete a pass more than 10 yards in the air?
He completed one.
See what I mean? Like they dominated that game with zero downfield passing attack at all. I mean, Stockton was not saying it was bad. He was just like they didn't. I think they were worried about their protection stuff as well with the center out. They kept it all like short stuff, screens, creative with it. Ran the ball
first
okay.
Drive was not good. First drive
it was all defense. I mean, like their defense was just so good. It didn't matter. The offense was just
Yeah. Was it the Lawson Lucky pass? Do you have it pulled up? Was that the deeper?
I believe so. Yeah.
It was like an 18-yard pass. I don't remember how much of it was in the air.
Down
but
the
to your
point,
point,
I'm pretty sure that was He only got 5 yards after the catch.
Yeah, let's get it side to side. Let's not put too much on Tolliver's plate right now. He looked overwhelmed early, came to the sideline, thought that was a good report there. I think it was Laura Rutledge, right? In Atlanta?
Yes.
And she gave the report about Bobo talking to him, coaching him up and being like, okay, calming him down. They obviously made the coaching adjustments as well. It was a Georgia ass win,
Yeah.
Ty Simpson seeing ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of not great throws over the last 3 weeks, maybe
month.
It's the month.
I talked about it during the week. He's been playing like below his level that we saw early in the year for a month now, and I thought he was even worse today. Like I didn't think he was good at all. He was late, as Bud mentioned. I also thought he was inaccurate. There was the one throw he had the guy in the flat. He basically threw it 4 yards short of him, and it was just I thought he was awful. I thought he was flustered. I thought he was panicking. I just thought he regressed really badly in this game. And Georgia deserves plenty of credit for putting him in that mind frame. But I was like, wow, that is not the dude I saw earlier this year at all. So I think that is something, if Alabama is still in the field, that is something that they need to get figured out quickly. Because if he's playing like that, they're not going anywhere.
Oh, wow. I think I mentioned this writing some stuff for CBSSports.com, but I do think it was, while Gunnar Stockton, 6 yards an attempt, not exactly explosive, completed 77% of his passes, but he shows a little bit of the balance that Georgia's offense can have. They were using him as a designed runner early.
A lot, yeah.
And when they were coming out there in any kind of gotta have it situation, like they were putting the ball in Stockton's hands. And if that's what you're going to do in the SEC championship game against Alabama, I think that's a hint of what they can do in the college football playoff. Again, if you've got it paired with an incredible defensive game plan and an incredible defensive effort, like that's a super important piece to have in terms of what you want to accomplish. And as the Georgia Bulldogs, especially given the 12-1 SEC championship season you just had, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, are you going to win the national championship? Georgia did not have 500 yards of offense, but you know what they had? Balance. They were very balanced with their attempts. They were balanced with their yards, and they were able to go out there and not allow Alabama to do what Georgia did to Alabama, which is totally shift what they're doing defensively based on what they think you can or cannot do. Some of those yards were 4, 5, 6 yards. A couple of them were huge to be able to move the chains on first down. But Gunnar Stockton as a runner, both in scrambling and designed run situations, we talked about it when he first took over the starting job for Carson Beck, as though it was like, oh, cute, look at little Gunnar Stockton out there. But this was the SEC championship game. It was part of the game plan early. I thought he did a good job of that. Tied with Nate Frazier for rushing attempts. I know some of those are going to be a little bit scrambly, along the way. Was it 3 sacks or 2 sacks for Alabama? But
he was runner Stockton out there. He was sacked once.
Just sacked once.
Runner Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was a good game. Gunnar got MVP honors. I don't think that was just a look up and he had 3 touchdowns, which might have been the method behind the voting. But I still think at the end of the day, a decent representation of some of the good that we saw from Georgia today.
So Cole, like spinning it forward, like they're trying to win the national championship. Are they getting Colby Young back?
I'm wondering about Bobo because what Kirby hinted at in the press conference was we don't know how we're going to handle that injury yet. Because we were talking here, oh, I wonder if that means he's going to be out. Sounds like we've got one of those surgery or no situations on our hands. Where do you think he can? Because I think it's a foot. Don't quote me on that, journalistic integrity. But I think it might be one of those. Are you just gonna, figure it out? Are we good? Question.
Our Georgia fans in the chat are saying no Colby and no Bobo, but definitely no Colby. Is like so. I do think that is like. I'm not saying the guy's a superstar, but I do think that is a big part about their downfield passing game. And
Colby's a leg fracture from the Mississippi State game.
Correct. Yeah. So a friend of the show, Cole Kublik, brought up that Stockton has not been seeing it very well against some zone coverage stuff. And, obviously Bama runs quite a bit of zone. And so it's a lot of check down stuff. They're having to be really creative with the screen stuff. I do think they need him though. Or you need somebody to be a downfield threat for you. Cause Branch is such a good underneath guy. After the catch, he's wild. But you're probably going to need somebody to convert a crucial third down the field. So just a throw it up guy. So I do wonder, I hope they can get him back.
Mute button.
Play it. No, for Tom. We don't have one for Tom. Yeah.
I butted my pants. No, I said Branch had 53 yards receiving and 54 of them came after the catch.
This is a wide receiver. It's a real wide receiver.
It's a real wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I can't remember who it was on the broadcast. I guess it would have been Kirk, but Ryan Williams tap dances out there, but not what you get with Zachariah Branch. He runs hard.
He does.
So Noah Thomas, no catches either. I don't know what happened to him. And he's not on their injury report. So
game script.
I don't think he played. No targets. Noah didn't play. Okay. I'm just looking through in my head, who were there actual X types who are on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So, back problem and warm-ups. All right, cool. So hopefully that's not a serious thing. Long term,
That'll get you, man.
Anything else here before we pivot this on into the college football playoff discussion?
Do we have to? Can't we just wait till tomorrow and see what the rankings are?
I think Alabama is a nice bridge into that conversation.